Happy MoviePass Monday. It's me, Moon Pies, with a MoviePass update and also a way for you to score free popcorn and a beverage at an AMC theater. Now, I'm throwing in some of these non-MoviePass ways to save money because I think that you're going to get pretty bored with rehashing MoviePass stories over time, and I already started to get the feeling that the MoviePass subscriber base is shrinking. And as this series morphs to cover other programs like the AMC Stubs A-List, which is now up to 380,000 members in a little more than 3 months, and Cinemia and whatever Cinemark and Regal and others are up to, I want to cover a little stuff, including how to save money at the movies, which is one thing that probably attracted a lot of you to MoviePass in the first place. So I'll start with that little freebie. First of all, if you have a Coke addict, Coke addiction, and I mean Coca-Cola addiction, or you have friends who drink a lot of Coca-Cola products, start collecting the old Coke rewards like reward codes that are on bottles, not on cans, but they're like on bottles, the large bottles, and even the small bottles. And especially the 12 packs and the 6 packs, those cartons, there's a part you rip apart, you have the codes. Now, the My Coke Rewards program itself has pretty much gone away. It was a program we used to be able to score points, and then those points would transfer into loyalty points that you could use for various purchases. But they are still using these codes that are still being generated for products and experiences. And something that's happening now under the for U.S. customers only, in the Coca-Cola website and through the Coca-Cola app, is that under their offer section, there is an offer for 10 codes will get you a beverage at a movie theater and a popcorn. Now, let's dial this back a little bit. First of all, you need to collect these codes, and you don't need to collect all 10 at the same time. You could, once you log in and you sign up for Coca-Cola, you can take your time in doing that. But you find them again on Coke cartons, Coca-Cola, the box cartons, the 6 and 12 packs. And you can also, in the 8 packs also, and you also find them on bottles. And you just enter 10 of them, and after the first 5, you will get a free large beverage at any AMC theater. And it translates into a code that you can use at the theater, and you'll be able to use for your freebie there. And if you get another 5 more, that's where you get the popcorn. So you can get the full combo, the large popcorn and the large drink for those 10 Coke reward codes. Now, the cool thing about this is that this is pretty big deal. I mean, my AMC, a Coke and any kind of beverage and a popcorn is about $16. So this is a pretty big savings for just something that may already be around your house if you consume enough Coca-Cola. Now, this deal is good only through November 16th. So be quick about it if you have to cover your stuff. And it's only available once per person, so you can't just keep churning this like some crazy credit card sign-up bonus. But you will be able to, possibly other members in your family or friends, you can sign them up too if you really are amassing that many kind of unique Coca-Cola product codes. So keep that in mind. That's one thing to do. And now let's move over to MoviePass, which is still in business. And while that would normally be bullet point number 1, I think it's important to point out that MoviePass is okay. They're still around. The app had a downtime last week. People are still having trouble finding available movies. It's still the one regular movie. The people that did not opt into the plan, some of them were offered a way to come back into the unlimited plan, but it still hasn't materialized. So MoviePass is still the same mess that it was at my last update. The only difference is that it made some waves last week when it announced, or actually it was reported, it wasn't that they announced, it was reported someone at the Grill conference, at a conference that they were speaking at, that MoviePass had secured $65 million in new funding. And that got investors excited for this ridiculously cheap penny stock company that they think, the market tends to think it's going to go bankrupt because that's what a 2-cent stock is at this point. And the stock popped and then gave it all back for the most part because it was clarified later on that MoviePass had to clarify that Helios and Matheson didn't really raise $65 million of new financing like that. It was $65 million raised over the 2 previous months, and this was through an ongoing stock deal that they have through Canaccord. Now, Canaccord is an underwriter, and they're a pretty notable big firm, not maybe like a Merrill Lynch or JP Morgan, but they are a pretty big firm. And an important thing about them is that back in April, they struck a deal with Helios and Matheson back when Helios and Matheson's stock was worth a few bucks, saying, all right, we're going to go and we'll sell the stock in the open market. So you have this kind of like a blank check ability to be able to generate money just by selling more stock, which is why anyone that's been following the stock, and again, this isn't a financial update in the traditional sense. I'm not giving you stock advice, and please do not take this as stock advice. But the reason that the number of shares have ballooned up, and this is even with the reverse split, the reverse split, just for that, is because of all these shares that have been sold. And one thing that was revealed last week was that Canaccord has sold $126 million worth of Helios and Matheson stock since April. And this, you may think, well, this is good news because this is money that now Helios and Matheson has. MoviePass now has this money. They can keep dreaming out loud. But no, first of all, Canaccord, as of last week, said, we're done. We're done. We're not selling the stock anymore. So as of early October, they will no longer be selling the stock, which makes sense because they're selling this to their customers, and they're selling this customers what is essentially a 2, 3, 4 cent stock. And every time that MoviePass, Helios and Matheson does a reverse split, it's just going to drop. Stock is going to drop anyway and dilute those shareholders. So rather than angering their customers, I think Canaccord's doing the right thing and saying, no, you figure out someone else to be the bag holder here, not my customers. So that pipeline is seemingly shut, and we don't know how or who will fill that void for Helios and Matheson. But the good thing is that this actually did happen, and there was $126 million raised over the last 6 months. We don't know the financial state of Helios and Matheson, and when I say Helios and Matheson, I'm also talking about MoviePass since they own the majority stake of it, and it's the same kind of funnel. And we're going to find out once the company files its financial report for the quarter ending in September. And the quarter ended, of course, a little more than a week ago, but we're not going to know probably, I would think, until sometime in early November. Just because they don't want to, this is required that we have to know, so we'll know how much money they had by the end of September and other updates that we may offer on the company. But yes, the company did raise money, but the $65 million was not new financing, not new money. It's just money that's been half of the money that's accumulated since April through Canaccord. And again, we don't know how quickly the company's bleeding through it. We do know that there's a lot less subscribers now than there were back in August because a lot of people have been canceling, and there don't really seem to be a lot of people saying, I just signed up for MoviePass. And if you read any of the social media places, from Twitter to the official Facebook page to the official Twitter feed, read the comments. There are a lot of angry people there, and I get it. MoviePass is not at its best right now. And even the largest MoviePass group community right now online, which is the MoviePass chatter group on Facebook, they just cracked 10,000, so they're 10,300 members or so. So that group is growing, but I think it's become, if you follow that group, it's become more or less groups of people of just saying, hey, what movies to watch, or what other services are there? Hey, who's having luck with Cinema and AMC? It's become a general movie subscription club, not so much about MoviePass, because there really isn't a lot to say. People are complaining that they can't get to movies, even the e-ticketing theater. Some people are having struggles, or actually being able to buy it, but you have to check in now with an e-ticketing theater within 100 yards, like the old school in some cases. So it's a big mess. It's a big bowl of spaghetti, but not good spaghetti, because the sauce is red ink, not marinara sauce. I'm talking like, deficit. So we'll see how this all plays out. But again, giving you one way to get, if you have an AMC near you and you have access to Coca-Cola products, or a dumpster that has Coca-Cola products and people are just recycling or whatever, it's on bottles, it's on the caps, and of course in the cartons. There's a little part you peel apart, on the side. It has a little perforated stuff. So don't go into stores and actually take caps off and peel off the cartons. That's bad form. I've seen that at a store. I've seen a Coca-Cola carton for sale with the little rewards tag peeled off. I guarantee you most people throw it away anyway, but don't be that person. But here's a way for you to score a free combo of a large soda and a large popcorn at an AMC. And as far as MoviePass goes, and as far as AMC Stubs A-List concerned, AMC Stubs A-List is doing better than ever with 380,000 people. Cinema has changed their program, as we talked about last thing. Cinemark is gaining traction with their plan. And again, we've yet to see what Regal's going to do, which is kind of like the wild card here. Are they going to follow an AMC type model where it is kind of like this set program and you can reserve ahead of time? Or is it going to be more like Cinemark, where it's like a loyalty club, similar to what Regal already does with the Regal Rewards program kind of thing? So we will see all these things play out. And I guarantee you I will come up with ways for you to save money at the movies. If you don't care about MoviePass, if you've let go of MoviePass, so do not unsubscribe to this channel. Keep your subscriptions going. And this is your first time on this channel, whatever, please hit subscribe, because that helps. It helps keep my videos visible in your feed and in the feeds of many, I think. So I will keep making videos if you keep watching them. And I'll be back soon with another MoviePass Monday. Out.